welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a while. It is Nikki here. I'm so excited because I'm trying new products. I've got a new foundation, I've got a little bit of skincare that's new, I've got a new eyeshadow palette, all to create this makeup look. I just wanted to sit down and have a little bit of fun, take inspiration from the packaging. I kind of didn't know where I was going, but I love how it turned out. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you want to see how I created this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, let's just jump right in and get started. I'm going to start off with a fresh, clean face, and then because I'm feeling super tired from last night, I'm going to be using my Florence by Mills. These are the Swimming Under the Eyes gel pads, and I'm going to pop these under the eyes just because they're feeling a little bit tight and I want to refresh my under eye area. They actually feel super cooling on the skin, just really nice, and I feel like I'm being pampered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize as well, and for this I'm going to be using the Tatcha, the dewy skin cream. I'm going to have to scrape it out because I think I'm on, well, I am definitely on the final bit, so I'm going to scrape the excess out and then pop this and moisturize my face. Now that my eye gels have been on for about 5 minutes, I'm just going to quickly remove them and rub the excess gel or serum into the skin. Now moving on to foundation, I got this really exciting package from Mercier. It's actually a really, can't show you, actually a really huge box, and it's got all these little mini foundations in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly find my shade. I believe I'm in the shade tan, but I'll leave everything down below. And then just using my own beauty blender, I'm just going to pop this all over the face because we want a really nice, flawless coverage for this look. Okay, so I don't think I told you guys what foundation I was putting on. I'm using the Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation in the shade 4W1. Now I know that I use their tinted moisturizer in tan, which I believe is 5W1, but in this foundation in the same brand it's just a lot darker. So we've gone for 4W1. I would say if I spent longer trying to colour match myself, maybe I would have had a better shade. It's not bad at all. It's just a tad orangey. I would say the foundation itself, I much prefer the tinted moisturizer. This foundation is just a little bit thicker, and you guys know I like my foundation like water, but nonetheless I've kind of blended it down the neck and I don't think it looks bad at all. It looks like my skin colour is just a little bit more on the orangey undertone. You already know, for concealer I'm going to be using the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Warm Sand and Golden Beige. Let's kill two birds with one stone and just kind of mix them on the eyes. That way they will correct and brighten at the same time, because Golden Beige on its own is way too light. So I like mixing that, and I'm going to pop this down the center of the face as well, just because we want to start looking a little bit more like a blank canvas. I need something to work with here. Honestly guys, if you're looking for a good concealer that just does it all in one go, you don't need a lot of work, Too Faced is the one. It's such a good concealer. I'm then going to be using the Kevyn. This is a foundation balm in Deep FB14. I'm going to use it as a bronzer. You guys know I love cream bronzing. Recently I haven't been doing it because it does take up more time than if you were just to powder and then powder bronze. But I like to do this when I've got a little bit more time. It also helps with the longevity of your base makeup too. So I'm going to pop this on just to give a little bit of colour back to life in my skin and create a little bit of dimension as well. We're going to be popping it on the cheekbones, the jawline, the temple, and also the sides of the nose. Okay, now that base is on, I always feel so different when my base is on. Like I feel like I can conquer the world. It's so weird. Pop on a little bit of paint and you feel like you're ready to go. I'm going to pop on my brows, and for this I'm going to use the new Benefit Brow Styler in the shade 4.1. I used this for the first time the other day. I just haven't picked it up and it's so good. If you struggle with like brow hair strokes or you want them to be really, really fine, this is amazing. And then I'm just going to go over the top with my 24-hour brow setter. Guys, hands down, Benefit brow products are the one. They're the best on the market. My brows look insane. Do you know what? The brow styler in the 4.5. Now, you guys know that I always use the Precisely My Brow in the shade 5, which is half a shade darker, but I think I prefer this. I think because my brows are naturally quite full, going with the natural colour of them can make them look even more intense. Does that make sense? So going half a shade lighter actually doesn't, they're still intense, but they're not as intense as the 5, just because my brows are naturally full, you know. Now we're gonna set. After I've done all my liquids and my creams, I always say to you guys, then start using powders, because you don't want to put liquids over powders. It can kind of get messy. I'm going to be using the Givenchy. This is their new Prisme Libre, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of this, so I'm going to leave it down below. This one's, oh, nearly dropped it. This one's really cute. I have like 3. So they've got like a yellow, then they've got a blue, and this one's actually got pink and lavender in. So I'm hoping that it's going to help illuminate. And I'm just going to pop this on down the center of the face and also just underneath my eyes using a fluffy brush. I don't want to bake, I just want to lightly set with this. Guys, I don't know what it is about the Givenchy Prisme Libre, the whole line, but also NARS, I've noticed their powders seem to have like some sort of glitter in them. Not like glitter that you can see from afar or if you're sitting next to me. It's glitter if I'm like looking this close, you know, and I can't even really see it on the skin at all. It sort of kind of like disappears, but I feel like that's the kind of powder that stops it from looking chalky. When you get like a really flat matte powder, it can look a bit chalky, it can look really flat. This one still looks like skin because of them shimmer flecks. I don't know what it is, but the powder's beautiful. I'm now just going to use a little bit on my Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie. I love this bronzer. Not picked it up in a while because it was like at the back of my drawer. You know when things just go to the back and you like don't see them, you don't pick them up? Well, I found it today and I was like, oh my god, I love this bronzer. So I'm just going to quickly bronze over the areas that we cream bronzed. Now it doesn't matter how shimmery that powder is because I've got powder on. I'm going to have to do a little bit of the Spritz or the Revolution. This is my favourite one. This is my second one also, the Superfruit Replenishing Essence Spray. I'm just going to spritz this all over the face because I don't want my skin to look super matte. I want it to look very like satin skin-like. Oh my god, this smells. Oh, it smells insane. Can you see how that just elevates the skin? It looks more satin, like more of a dew. It will die down because my skin will just absorb it, but it will keep that kind of sheen to it, you know, and it doesn't look so powdery. Now I've lost my train of thought. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty. This is the Mercury Retrograde, can't say it, Retrograde eyeshadow palette. It is absolutely beautiful. I think because of the packaging and the inside, of course, I really want to do a purple, lilac-y, shimmery eye. That's what I'm feeling. You guys know that I don't practice my looks, so we'll see where we get to. But I'm going to start off with just calmer. Let's just go in with a really subtle transition to make things easy for us. Guys, I don't know if it's me, but whenever Huda does, like I love Huda eyeshadow palettes, but whenever she does a neutral, they're always pink. Like they've always got a pink undertone to them, or they're very pinky. I never find that they're brownie, and if they're brownie, they're pinky. Never mind. Next, I'm going to move in to Libre, which is the beautiful lilac colour. All I know about Libras is I don't get on with Libra men, but I'm going to go in with the Libre and I'm going to pop this all over the eyelids. You know what? I'm loving this eye as it is, and you guys know I'm a sucker for a matte eye. I do love a matte eye, but I'll regret it if I don't use the shimmers in this palette. So I'm going to use Ultraviolet and mix it with a little bit of Supernova, which is the pink and the purple shimmeries. And then I'm going to pop this over the lid. Now that that's on, I've got to say 2 things about this palette. I felt like I thought the pink and the purple were going to be more shimmery, as opposed to like, I feel like, unless I've applied them wrong, more of kind of like a satin sheen on the lids, which I was a bit like, I wanted it to be a glitter. Secondly, I don't like what I've done to the palette. Can you see? Like, you can really tell, even though they're super creamy, you can tell when you've dug in, and it just makes your palette look messy, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But I feel like maybe if you want the consistency and you want that creamy texture, then that's what it's got to do. I just don't like the way that it looks. I feel like I've destroyed my palette. Now I'm going to go into the shade Super Moon, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of Cosmic, which is a bit more pinky. I'm going to pop this into the inner corners to hopefully give me a really nice highlight. Another thing, guys, if you know how to use the shimmer shades in here, I just feel like I'm probably not well educated. I feel 9 times out of 10, it's not really the products, it's the tools that you're using, and it's the way that you're using them to make them work. So let me know down below, how do you use these shimmer shades? Don't say the sponge, or say the sponge and tell me how to use it a different way, because I use the sponge. I find it really, I'm not a fan of the sponge, probably. I don't know why. I like brushes, but maybe I'm using it wrong. Let me know down below. Now we're going to go back into Karma, which is our transition shade. And I'm just going to pop this on my lower lash line. I'm just quickly going in to a little bit of Hot Mess, which is that kind of like, what do you call it? A wine colour, a grape colour. And I just want a tiny bit of definition in the outer corners. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I can see with the shimmer. I can't see much shimmer like here. I don't know if the shimmer was picking up off the colour because I put down a matte before, and then maybe it wasn't like grabbing on to my eyelid. Let me know down below because it's irritating me. I'm going to pop it in the inner corners and then just the lower lash line as well. Before I finish the eyes, I like to do a little bit around the face just to get a feel for the eyelid, see if I need more, because I'm in an orange glitter at the moment, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go in with blush. I think lilac, well, this is more pinky now. I think I want to go for more like pinky tones, so I'm going to use Revolution X Patricia Bright's face palette. This one is in You Are Gold, and I'm going to take the blusher in this palette, and then I'm just going to pop this on the apples of my cheeks. Let's add a little bit of shine, a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to be using Sleek Makeup's. This is, I believe, a new highlighter. Their mono highlighter in Cleo's Kiss Sphynx. It's a beautiful kind of gold shade, but it's just going to be more like wet on the skin as opposed to a glitter. So let's pop this on the cheekbones and down the center of the face as well. Wow, guys, that highlighter is strong. You don't need a lot of it. It's not got any glitter in it. It's just kind of like, bam. You know, it's there, and I love highlighters like that. Let's now go in with a little bit of mascara. I'm going to be popping on my Maybelline Lash Sensational, and then I'm going to pop on my Hoodie lashes. I'm going to give these another try because I don't know how I felt about them the first time. I feel like I need to put on Huda lashes to complete the Huda eyes. So let's check these on, and I'll come right back to you. Guys, lashes are on. I actually really like them with this look. They kind of remind me of when you get individuals, but they're just a little bit longer. They look really, really nice because you can still see the pinky purple behind. Now I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes also. Now guys, for lips, I'm going to be using LA Colors lip liner in chocolate. I use this all the time, every day, for everything, because it's a brown and it just kind of, I guess it stands out from my lip shade, but it kind of lets any color blend into it, which means that if I'm wearing a lighter color, I can blend the darkness into the light. I hope I'm making sense. Let's go ahead and just line the lips. Once that's done, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Huda's Wedding Day matte lipstick. We're just going to pop on a little bit, nothing too much. This is more of a nudie tone. And then, because I want to wear a gloss, I love a gloss, this is what it would look like if you wanted a matte lip. But I'm going to pop on Fenty Beauties. This is a Confetti. It's beautiful. I think it kind of goes with the eyes too. So we're just going to pop this over top. Guys, I definitely need to get the bigger size. This is just the mini size. How cute is it? Really, really handy for travel. But I need the bigger size because I use it all the time. It's my go-to gloss at the moment. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this makeup look. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, let me know what products you have, what you love, what you don't. What do you want to see from me next? I've been doing a little bit of creative makeup and dabbling in that, and I'm obsessed with TikTok at the moment. So when I get my social handle, I'll leave that down below as well. But yeah, that is it. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.